Welcome. It's Psychic Tuesday, and I'm your guide, Sweet Bee. And we're here to talk some astrology and do some readings today. And so we're going to start with the messages with all 12 signs. Again, this would be your sun, moon, or rising. I find rising the most predictive. The sun is kind of the father figure, the career, where you're going. And your moon sign is that matriarch, that mother figure, that and sort of our inner emotional sides, relationships, things like that. So listen to all three messages for the benefit to yourself. And so we're going to start with Aries at the top. Oh my gosh, Aries, about time. A little luck's on the way. A sudden change of luck is likely. Things are working in your favor, and there's excellent networking opportunities. Could lead to career, could lead to new living situations, something that you just need that opportune moment. And we've got a week for that, and part of that is the Pluto transit. It's going to impact everyone. These messages are kind of based on that Pluto transit. And what's unique about this Pluto transit, because we're going to get a taste of Pluto next year a little bit as it retrogrades and dips its toe back into Capricorn. But this week it's at 29 degrees of Capricorn, and it conjuncts with the sun in Capricorn. So kind of a big deal, kind of a big deal. I'd pay attention to what goes on this week. We could see a surprising change of leadership. We could see sun world events, particularly around Thursday to Sunday timeframe, just to give you the heads up. So this week, some luck on store for Aries. We got what's on tap for Taurus? We got romance on top for Taurus, and that's one of Taurus's favorite conversations. Love is set to sizzle. Chance of romance is high for those seeking connections. That could be long or short-term connections. Could be someone you've been in a relationship for a while, but I have a feeling Tauruses are going to quite enjoy the lustiness of this next week. Good for them. Let's go to Gemini. Gemini under this influence is like perseverance. And I feel like where Geminis are going to get lucky is other people's money and like loans, financing, or maybe a partner or a business partner relationship, or a romantic relationship where you'll benefit from their financial gain, their financial opportunities, things like that. But persevere in your life. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there's wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up, Gemini. Okay, Cancerians. Well, Cancerians, I feel like declutter. And so declutter your life, let go of correspondence, objects, and people you no longer want. Someone might hurt your feelings and reveal a new side to themselves you may wish to avoid. Maybe you have coworkers, people in your social circle that give you kind of some surprising shade. And you're like, where'd that come from? Because I'm out here being nice to people. And so you might get, when it could even come from clients, could come from coworkers, could come from social networks. Otherwise, go home and be loved up by your family or your little cat or dog. And I feel like that's going to be the place to, and when you're there, declutter. You might be sorting tax papers, organizing your papers, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the energy for a little Cancerians. And part of this is that Pluto Sun conjunction is that it kind of comes at you in your seventh house of commitment. So could be a bit surprising. So I would stay home and, change up some closets. Anyway, let's keep going. So Leos, Leo. Wow, you guys got some great energy coming, and I feel like you could get opportunities, offers, job opportunities, things that come out of your own network. So say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. Excellent networking opportunities and new love interest for those that are single, but possibly even opportunities if you're married or with a partner for your partner that comes through your social circles there, Leo. So it's some good stuff there. Then we're going to keep going to Virgos, reflection. Friendships in your life might come to an end, and others could blossom and become stronger. That with all this energy in Pluto, I feel like it could be about your social circles, your friendship circles, that maybe we're letting go of certain people that really weren't in your highest good or order, and you're kind of like done. You're like done with them, and you could have the return of some old people from way back in the past that could turn out to be rekindled or sorted. You could even just forgive them and let them go. So there's this big kind of thing going on for you guys in your friendship circles. Libra, we've got achievement. Enjoy the limelight. You've earned it. Although on the family front, someone's health could cause some secret worries and sleepless nights. So you might be doing good there. On the work front, reputation, maybe people are hearing about you, doing what you're doing. And then you've got some worries that you have to take care of some people in your personal world. So make some time and balance that. Even though you might be getting kudos, you might have to also make time for family. And then we've got Scorpios. Oh, our lovely little Scorpios. You know, recent disappointments are going to be followed by pleasant surprises. An invitation could bring love to those searching. Like, go get dressed up, go out, Scorpios. It could mean some new relationships for you, meeting new friends, new people in your life, new networks around pleasant, pleasant. I'd like, for instance, you could be asked to join a league, a board of directors, and not-for-profit organization, something where you get a real sense of belonging. And I feel like this is going to be a big deal for you guys this week. But you might get a new sense of belonging that I feel like could lead to new work opportunities for you. Sagittarians, manifestation. So be really mindful about your thoughts, Sagittarius. Don't let them be scattered or feeling a bit helpless in some of those thoughts. You got a bountiful time awaiting you. Witches could manifest in front of your eyes, but your thoughts could manifest in front of your eyes too. So when we're in powerful times of manifestation, we always assume it's lottery. It's not. It's things like your self-talk, your habits, things that are going on in day-to-day conversations. Be mindful and really listen. Maybe your kids are really telling you something you need to hear. Maybe your partner's really telling you something you need to hear, even your boss. So I want you to really think about that, because conversations could manifest into action. And then we got our little Capricorns, and we got challenges, a little bit of challenges. And this Pluto Sun conjunction, Gad, the limelight is on you guys. Like, maybe everyone's coming to you to address challenges, reduce conflicts, sort out problems, fix things. And so take time out on the problems front of conflicts. Approach softly and making so you don't make matters worse. So people might be coming to you to help solve things, solve problems, take care of things that need to be fixed. But I don't know, sometimes not doing anything is more than enough. And so you have to really weigh that carefully about what's being asked about you this week, because it looks like you're the problem solver, Capricorn. Nah, tough being belle of the ball, huh? Okay, Aquarians. Well, Aquarians aren't the only ones out of this, because as soon as Pluto shifts, it's at 29 degrees of Capricorn, it goes to 0 degrees of Aquarius. Wow, twists and turns, like I tell you. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes or interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to deal with any upheavals, because it could be like you had your heart set on all this rolling out, and it turns out that it needs more time. Turns out that you have to just wait a little longer. It turns out you got to hit the ground running, and not only is it there, but it's literally gonna speed up for you. So really keep this in mind. This is, I mean, 0 degrees of Aquarius with Pluto. I mean, it's been 250 years since we've experienced this, and the last time that was the French Revolution, the American Revolution, like some big stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Aquarians, hang on to your hats, right? It feels like it could be a little bit of a unexpected ride this week. And then we got our Pisces. Oh, my little Pisces. Aside from this Pluto activity, there's also this Neptune activity that could feel like you got to trust your intuition. You got decisions to make, and you're solely having to rely on your own intuition and not reach out to other people, and because you might feel like you need some big changes, and trusting your intuition, because it's a great time to maybe learn a new skill or invest money or make career changes, path changes. But I feel like you have to rely on yourself, not really going to other people for that. You're going to have to kind of stand back and really think about where you're at in some of this, and what intuition's telling you, because I feel like you could just be getting bad advice. I mean, that could really be it. Is just you're just getting like bad advice from people. And so I want you just to really trust your gut. Your dreams might be super active. So, and when I say dream state, I mean your sleep state could be very active. So if you're not sleeping, I'll include that too, huh? They're little Pisces. Feeling the world, feeling everything in front of you. And so we got some big stuff there for you guys this next week. And I feel like I would be really mindful of those manifestations and what you look at manifesting this week, because we could be getting into the next 20 years of our life cycle. And so you're going to get hints of it this next 20 days. That is for sure. Okay, we got Billy in Alfred, New York. Billy, hello.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, Billy, where would you like to start? What's your question today?
I don't have a particular question, but I was hoping to get someone from the other side.
Okay, so you're hoping just anybody. So just anyone from the other side?
I'm actually
That-
no. I'm hoping for my father and brother. That's what I'm looking for.
Your
Hopefully.
father and your brother from the other side. Let's just think about them. Think about them walking up to you, thinking about them. You said brother. Is that what I heard you say?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to just be clear in my mind. Okay. There's something important about uh, this coming springtime. I feel like, it's funny when we mention your father and your brother, there's also an image of a dog that keeps coming up in my mind as well. And the care of the dog, like where the dog's in good hands, just know that. And I feel like there's some important dates, and I keep hearing June, the month of June. There's some sort of, I'm going to say June 10th to the 15th, something important coming up in your family. There's
Hmm.
there's a very elderly lady in your family who has some healthcare issues. She feels a bit older. That just know she's in good hands. There's some tests, some healthcare tests. I'm supposed to tell you, no, she's in good hands. Okay. And
Right.
that,
Right.
yeah, just, I feel like, um, you know, there's something about a split of property, money, and estate, things and people moving, and that maybe you're dealing with it or you'll be dealing with it on behalf of someone else. And just
I
know
will
you're
be
making
dealing
all,
with it. Yep. Yay.
yeah, and you'll be making all the right decisions, my girl. There's not to
Oh,
worry,
thank you.
you'll be making the right decisions. There's a strong K uh, K name
A
that
strong what?
is going to be a strong K, like the letter K. Sorry, I dropped something.
Okay. Okay.
And an A name now as well. There's also something about um, your. There's three people. I know you mentioned two, but there's three
Hmm.
people I'm supposed to talk about, and that there's a woman as
Okay.
well. And I feel like they all show up in your presence, but like there's something about you're going to talk about a cemetery plot, or you're going to talk about burial plans. There's something about this that I feel like maybe the woman is in one place and the two other men are somewhere else. And this
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah. No, this is perfect. Everything you're saying really does align with everything. It's
Oh,
amazing.
good, because I feel I don't want to just talk out into the abyss, my little friend Billy, because I feel like I think the bigger message is I'm just going to keep because I just want to keep flowing if that's okay. Um, I feel like just know you are loved. Know that these decisions you're doing the right things. You've got some really good legal decisions, things that you're going to make the right processes and things. And I feel like those little lucky pennies. When you see the lucky pennies, pick them up all the day. I feel like you'll have them. I know it sounds kind of funny, but
Okay.
um, there's something about. There's also going to be. I keep hearing a necklace, a pendant, um, engraved, made, engraved. And I feel like what's funny is where's there's one, oh no, they corrected me and they said a locket, and you're supposed to put the pictures in the locket, and like it'd be double sided, you'd have picture on one side and picture on the
Huh.
other. Yeah. And there's
I don't know
something
if I
about
have a
that.
lock. I don't think I have a locket though.
I feel like it's going to be a gold locket. It's going to be engraved. I don't know that you have to look for it. I feel like it might even come up through this lady. Um, this
Okay.
lady, okay? And that
And you said the lady's
like you
name
would
begins
be
with
gifted.
A.
Yes.
What?
There's sorry. Oh, sorry. Yes, the A. Yes. And and
Okay.
I feel like you might be gifted this locket. Just even in the next 6 months or so. Just know that they want you to see that. And then the final part I'm going to leave you with is that you've got, there's something about education that keeps showing up around you and news, um, correspondence, news, training, education, something about this that's really good news. And I even feel like you're going to know about this within, oh, the next 2 months or so. There's something about maybe someone's opportunity popping up with that. Um,
We
but
are
there's some
looking
really
at
good,
college for my daughter.
yes. And there's some, so if she's looking at applying, I feel like you're going to hear good news within 2 months. And there's also something about some sort of funding for her education or for the college that I feel like will also accompany it. If it's a scholarship, I'm like woot woot on your daughter, but like woohoo for her.
Okay.
And but I feel like there's some really good news around education coming within a couple months, 2 months. Okay. Woof.
All
That's all
righty.
I
Thank
can.
you for your
That's all
time.
I can. Yeah, that's all I can fit in. We'll talk again, Billy.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. And if you want to find me, you can find me at bernicebissonpsychic.com. I'm in Winnipeg, Canada, and I read. That's all I do is I read. I read poems and cards and tea leaves and all kinds of stuff. And now I've got Barb in Winnipeg. Barb, hello, Barb.
Hi, Bernice. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful, my girl. How can I help you today? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about what does 2024 have in store for me in regards to employment and love.
Employment and love. Oh, let's take a look. What's going on for our Barb in 2024? Um, I gotta show you something because I do automatic writing, and I know this is gonna sound so crazy, and I know you can't see me, but when you go to the recording later, Barb, I want you to look this up. I'm gonna hold something up for a minute. I do a lot of automatic writing, and here's your message, Barb. I'm just gonna hold it because you can still frame this and look at it later. I'm going to read you the message I wrote. I'm so happy I have my Barb because I think about who's my caller's going to be today. And let's talk about Barb. Okay, I'm supposed to talk about, I'm going to say, you know, letting go of old partners, Barb. You don't have to take care of anybody no more. And anyone who comes back from your past, don't do it. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm also supposed to talk about your mom. And there's something about having to fix a vehicle, fix something about your transportation, but it also brought me to your mobility and to be really mindful about your sciatic, your hip, your leg, uh, and that there's people planning. So if I think about your work, there's something about having to work with women. You'll wind up working with a lot of women. I feel like it's going to come through a woman you know. It's not just when you talk about work or work opportunity. And I feel like there is starts and stops to your work. Maybe there's a time frame where you're off work, Barb, and then there's
Mhm.
a start to work, like you would have been on a leave or you would have left. And I feel like you have a new opportunity that I feel like you're going to be kind of happy about. And it feels like something that you can grow with, like a company you can grow with, or something you can grow with. I feel like you're not quite ready to go back to work. I know you asked about that, or maybe you're off and you're maybe thinking about how I'm going to be going back to work. But I feel like something that's coming up that you're going to love is going to show up for you, or in terms of your career, is going to show up for you In the next, I feel like February, even there's news, talks, conversations in February. And between February and July, I don't know, there's a woman who's really pulling you into something. It feels quite positive. Your finances, there's three different things I'm going to just mention about in 2024. I'm just going to mention very quickly about your finances, work finances. Like maybe this job supplements an income you might already have, you know, and that this job might supplement it. It could go along with it. There could be a transition period with it. I even feel like then between February and July, something really coming forward that way. There's also something about resorting your debt, finances, consolidation, really putting your money together so you can kind of live within that budget. So there's something important about how you're managing your money. And I mean, I don't see you as a bag lady, so I feel like that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good, Barb. Um, and that you might have to say no to some people around you about money. You might have to say no to a few people about money, finances. You might have to, people like you might have the heart to help. You might feel like, but I feel like you might have to say no. You might just have to sort of help in other ways. Help in other ways. Don't just give money out, or because I feel like it could be kind of bottomless with whoever's asking, or that it's not really
Right.
the fix. Um, Spirit keeps bringing me back to your mobility in some way, Barb. Like your lower back, hips, knees, something about this. Um, maybe being laid up with that. Can I ask, was that something, did that happen recently?
No, but have been having trouble with my hip and but it
Oh,
hasn't put me out of commission, and I still am working for an
okay. You
organization
might
I've been
be
working
off.
for.
You might be off with work to deal with this because there's a period of time where you're going to be off, and then you'll go back. And I'm going to say between February and July, between February and July. And there's something about the hip, lower back. I don't know. I feel like it could be something that could be chronic, could be something you need to address. And I see a period of time where you'll be off and then return to work. So I feel like it could be for a few weeks and then you go back to work. I don't know that it's just like a vacation. I wish it was, but it could be maybe you're addressing something to do with that. And now, in terms of, you asked me another question. Now, I'm just going to go back to your work for a minute. Are you in a large organization now?
It's only about 20 people.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like you're going to have I even feel like April, they keep saying it's like within like even 8 weeks for like, I think April is the time frame where you might have the time off. There's something about off for a few weeks with a
Well,
return.
this program ends March 31st, and I already know that I've been secured in another employment from April.
Ow. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So
Yeah.
it ends March 31st, and then April 1st, you go into a new contract or something.
Right.
I understand. Thank you. And are those contracts with large organizations like, um, I don't know, the government keeps coming up somewhere. I don't know why, but there's something where there'll be some sort of dealing with the government. Okay.
Yeah, it's a government-funded project. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like that. And
Mhm.
so you'll have one job off, one job coming on. Now, there'll be a woman. I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. I think there's going to be a woman who could be a big connector to some of this work, and so very positive. I'm not crying about it, but I feel like even with this contract, like I said, there's just something about also maybe just get some physiotherapy, reflexology, or massage therapy on your lower body. Okay. And so,
Okay.
yeah, I see with your career, you're still doing these contracts off start, perfect. I feel like you, if I think about the next few years, you're still working, but there's something about you making a conscious decision to pull back, and that
Mhm.
maybe you'll only accept contract work that could be like you could work from home, you'd have flexibility, you'd be able to work like 4 days a week, or you'd be able to flex that work in some way. Because I feel like your work flexibility in that is going to be a bigger sort of priority. And
Yeah.
so that feels good. That feels nice in terms of the contract work. Now, your love life, because I want to answer that question. We'd like the love life stuff. Can I ask you a quick question, Barb?
Mhm. Mhm.
What's the day and month of your birthday?
July 5th.
Ooh, my little crab, my little Cancerian. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know. There should be somebody right in front of you right now in your love life.
There is. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. And um, you have to work something out with them. You have to work out, you have to work the relationship out with them. Like,
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like the romantic stuff. It feels the like the day-to-day stuff. I don't know. Okay, that doesn't sound right. Like, sorry, hang on a second. I think what I mean is you'll have to, you can't, you have to work. I'm going to say this, Barb, you can hate me later, but I'm going to say it anyway. I actually think
Mhm.
there's two people. I said it, I'm owning it. And I feel like there's someone right in front of you, and you've got to work it out with them, or you got to work out the details of life. I don't know. I feel like I'm having a hard time feeling romantic-y yeah, for some reason.
Mhm.
And maybe it's just where the relationship is. Maybe it's just might be where that is. But I
Well,
feel like,
he's in California. Like I'm married to him, and I left him in March. I'm here in Canada, and
oh,
what's
that
the rest?
makes sense. You got to work something through with him, but it doesn't feel romantic. It's the details of life. But if I may, there's something in front of you, because remember I said there's two people, and I only have 30 seconds. So I'm just going to leave you with, you have new beginnings this next 19 months. What you think is a business partnership, friendship, or a colleague turns out to be quite lovely. Okay? Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you, Barb. That's all I can cram in a few minutes, and I hope it was helpful. And I'm sending you lots of love. And I'm sending love out to everyone. And this is Psychic Tuesday with Sweet Bee. You can find me at Ask One Radio, and I'll see everyone in 7 days.